everybody, it is Football Psyche. I am Coach Mike.
I am Lord Sarge.
All right, everybody, we are coming here today, and we are going to show you guys interview videos that we did at the CSA Memorabilia show at the Dulles Expo Center in Chantilly, Virginia. What do you think of that show there, Sarge?
I thought it was fantastic. I had never seen so many fans coming in for signatures in my life. We met a lot of awesome people.
Man, I tell you, there were celebrities there. I mean, Barry Sanders was there.
He stayed for the whole show.
Oh, he did. He stayed for a long, long time, making sure fans got all the autographs that they needed. He outlasted everybody. But there was people like Terry McLaurin, Brian Robinson, Jim Kelly.
John Elway.
John Elway was there. Oh, my goodness. There were so many great people that were there. But while we were there, Lord Sarge, we had an opportunity to not only get some new subscribers, but interview a lot of people that were there at the show. We want to be able to show some of those interviews here today.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I'm going to start off. One of the main things that we're going to go through this, and we'll get a chance to listen to some of these interviews, and we'll try to pause during parts of it and give our comments. I've edited a lot of these. I wanted to start off. Greg and Ashley, if you're listening, we apologize so much.
Greg fingered the record button and deleted the video by accident.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Greg? You did an amazing video, but for some reason, it just did not take. And so we're going to try to get you on the show at another particular time because your analysis of the Minnesota Vikings was incredible, and we just lost it. So we apologize in advance that you're not on here, but we got a lot of the other ones that were on here, and so we're going to get right on into it.
Oh, and she is a retired Marine Corps veteran here. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. I absolutely love and adore the look. This is like, how long did it take you to put all that together?
This is my second iteration, so it's gone about 10, 12 years, so it's been a process. I had a lot more before, but now I've tried to trim it down so I can travel more back and forth to the stadium. So,
all right, so we asked you this question a little bit earlier, and I'm going to ask it again because...
Okay, before she gets to that question, Lord Sarge, that's an amazing outfit.
I think it's insane. Like, we saw her right away, and we just knew we had to talk to her.
Oh, absolutely. And to be a retired Marine Corps vet like that immediately
caught right there. That's the first thing I said to her is Semper Fi.
Semper Fi!
Did you notice she's got Tinker Hell in her crown there?
Yeah, and I think she has it on her necklace. Like, she did an amazing job with this outfit. Yeah, and it was like really incredible, like all the details of this outfit.
He's a hardcore fan.
Hardcore. All right, let's continue this thing. Let's see what else she has to say.
The move to Las Vegas. You have opinions about that. Tell us about that move and what you think.
Yes, I'm a season ticket holder. I will support my Raiders through thick and thin, but I hate very few things, and I hate the move to Vegas. But the fans are amazing. The players are amazing, but the culture has changed. It seems it's more of a business versus a fan-oriented. But like I said, everybody's showing up, and we're keeping it positive. I'm very happy with our coaching decision. I love the fact that Antonio Pierce is there, and I love the energy and that old 70s Raiders vibe that we're bringing back and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
So as long as we keep that, I'll be happy.
Okay.
So one of the things I like about that one, Lord Sarge, was she brought up Coach Pierce, new coaching staff, and we tied a lot to that. We in previous videos, his connection with Jaden Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that she said in there that I thought was kind of interesting, the aspect of her concern about moving to Las Vegas was that it seemed to be more of turning into a business kind of decision, and that kind of was apparent to the fan base.
Just like many other things in the NFL, it's more about a business than it is about having fun on the field.
Yeah.
Did you see how they built that stadium and they roll the field because they wanted natural grass? Ain't no Raiders playing on AstroTurf. They have a natural grass field they built on railroad tracks that sits outside so they can grow the grass, and it rolls inside for the games. Everyone else
not know that
on AstroTurf.
Wow, I did not know that. I don't know.
I watched the whole video on the construction of the stadium. It was great.
Oh, my goodness. I might have to watch that video. That sounds like – okay, we're going to keep going. Man, rolling natural grass out.
They got a big tray full of sand and sod, and they take care of it the whole year, and it literally rolls in and comes up and comes into the stadium for the game, and they roll it back down and back out outside after the game.
Oh man, I will tell you, whoever those groundkeepers are, they must be amazing.
You can't be like in the old days where your football stadium was your football stadium and your baseball stadium was your baseball stadium. You know, every stadium's got to have business all year round. So you got to build them these days so that they can always keep business coming in, or you can't support it.
You remember those old days when you would watch one of those old football games, they still had like baseball markers on there?
Exactly. Well, that's what the Raiders were dealing with. So that's why they had to move.
All right, we're going to keep on here.
So is this the main outfit that you have? Do you have multiple outfits when you go to?
I have changed up a little bit on Veterans Day. I actually wore my Marine Corps jersey and still tutu and stuff like that. But and then when John Madden passed away, I actually wore a Madden shirt.
Hey, what is your name and where are you from?
I'm Corey, and I'm.
All right. Well, I tell you, that one with Tinker Hill, that was amazing, and all her different outfits. To imagine, like on Veterans Day kind of thing, that she has a camo part version of that with a tutu.
It's something, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about Jason and
Corey.
Jason, we hope you finally figured out
Jason.
how to
I'm
find
from
that
South
subscribe
Florida.
button.
All right. Hey, I wanted to just talk to you a little bit. You said you used to be a Patriots fan?
Yeah, I grew up as a huge Tom Brady fan. The first football game I actually remember was the Snow Bowl. And then I remember going to that Super Bowl against the Rams, being a 5-year-old little boy, not knowing much about football, but going to a football party. And my mom being Irish and everything, we just cheered for the Patriots that game. Because my dad was obviously, he's a Redskins fan. My mom didn't really care about sports. So we watched that game, and I became a huge Patriots fan from that moment on, pretty much my whole life until now where we are now. Because I started cheering for the Bucs when Brady went to the Bucs.
Right. All right. So now you say you're like a little bit of a Commanders Redskins. Is it Commanders or Redskins to you?
Redskins to me.
Redskins, HTTR, baby.
It will always be Redskins. If anything, I would just go back to the football team right now instead of the Commanders, but that's just me. So.
Yeah. All right. So I can ask you, Pats, but because I'm a Commanders guy, I got to ask you, what do you think we're going to do at number 2?
I've been back and forth between this with a lot of my friends and everything. For a while, I was leading Daniels because of like the whole Mariota signing and the Cliff and like just kind of how it just seems like it fits. But at the same time, I don't think I think that's too obvious. And I don't think Peters is about being obvious at all, because now you're hearing you're hearing like everybody's name, which is cool because you don't know. But if I had to take my gut, if they're going to go with the best quarterback and I trust Peters, what he'll do, it'll be Drake May.
All right, a Drake May guy here.
Wait a minute. I know he's another Drake May guy.
Give me that love, Coach Mad Mike. Give me that love.
I know we're going to fight about this. I think I'm going to win, though.
You probably will. That's why they call you the coach.
I love having different views than my own, though.
And the Lord Sarge is a Drake May guy, so I'm a Daniels guy. But okay, but you're saying
I like the ACC. I mean, the SEC is definitely by far better than ACC in football. But I grew up as a Virginia Tech guy. But I really feel like what Daniels did at Arizona State and what he's done at LSU. LSU, the offense he didn't have to do much. He just had to throw the ball deep and let his receivers catch the ball and go to the end zone. And you can find a lot of clips of neighbors under, like, just stopping and waiting for the ball. Drake May just has pure arm talent. Great coaching system in UNC with Mac Brown and everything. So I just feel like the potential for Drake May, even that he might not have played against the competition in SEC, but Drake May has so much to prove. And I think he'll have a chip on his shoulder because I don't think people are really talking about him as much as, like, the Daniels hype is there. You know Caleb's going to one who's from DC, and now you're hearing about JJ. So it's like, where is Drake now? So
yeah, could he be dropping? Could he be not? So yeah, you have a valid point though. Between Neighbors and Thomas, he had a lot of really good targets at LSU to throw to.
100%. I mean, they like, even look at Burrow. I was nervous about Burrow at first, but obviously he proved he's legit. But when you have all those weapons, there's not.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second because I think that's some Corey does a good job of doing some analysis.
I think
here.
so.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff there. But
that's because he's a Drake May guy.
Yeah. But I mean, I did look a lot about the Jaden Daniels, and we talked about that a lot and go back. It is amazing that both of his wide receivers this past year, Thomas, was just absolutely on fire about how what he was doing. And Neighbors, the go-to guy that just caught everything.
Yep.
Between the two of them, and these are both like wide receivers that arguably will both go in the top 10.
Yep.
And he had both of those to throw to.
We called them both.
I mean, it is a valid point. You know, how many of those throws did those receivers catch to make Jaden Daniels look good?
A lot.
That being said,
And
I'm not
that's the
changing
cut against
my mind,
May, right? Because he really didn't have many receivers and didn't have many as yards and touchdowns and all that jazz. But when you look at footwork and you look at talent,
yeah, but I'm going to say, like, he's going to have good receivers too. If, when we draft him to the Commanders, because he'll have Scary Terry and he'll have John Dodson.
he's going to have excellent receivers. Either one of them will. So
I mean, all you got to do is throw it. But, I mean, you do have to get the ball out of your hand quickly. It takes a lot to be a quarterback, and I do think Daniels is going to be very successful, but I just feel like he needs to go in that right system. And could it be us? Yes, but also I don't know if we do well with those quarterbacks from our past, as you can say.
Well, hey, thank you so much. It's so great meeting.
Hey, when we talk about those quarterbacks in the past, I talked to a lot of fans, and I think you'll agree with me, Large Sarge, that people are skittish of RG3 vibe.
Oh, yeah, we got RGB-itis in DC. Absolutely.
And for some reason, Jaden Daniels just gives us that vibe. Because
I think we got to be the most quarterback getting hurting team in the league. I mean, how many hurt quarterbacks do we have? 2 broken legs, three broken legs, 2 broken legs. Injuries with RB3, season injury. I mean, you got Theismann,
RG3, Alex Smith.
Disaster, right?
We break quarterbacks.
I wish whoever the Commanders get, I wish them all the luck in the world because it's going to be protect your legs time.
Hopefully we beef up that O-line and we can try to actually protect the dude.
Thank him for doing it. I thank him for getting us here to the show. So appreciate you, buddy.
No problem.
Thank you.
You
Appreciate
guys
it.
take care.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
All right. Here. Hey, give me a name of where you're from.
My name is Jeremy. I'm from Washington, D.C.
We didn't even know about this show until
So
Jason
I got to
showed up.
ask you, man,
We're
you've
getting
had
some
so
elk, doing some hog swaggling talking over barbecue pork.
Hulk Swaggling.
And he was kind enough to tell us about the show, so thank you, Jason.
Yeah, thank you, Jason.
many things that happened to you this offseason. Saquon Barkley is now Eagle, which is painful for me. Well, what do you got to say?
Well, it's definitely painful for everybody in the NFL. However, we still got to play the games. I'm going to be at the Washington game, so I don't know with this character right here interviewing me. But I'm definitely going to be at the Washington game and the Ravens game. I'm looking forward to a good match.
So what do you guys think you guys are going to do in the draft? What are you looking for?
We're definitely looking for more depth in the safety in our cornerback position. I'll be more like to get more like a defensive tackle or edge rusher to have more depth for our team.
Oh, that's freaking outstanding. So, so far in the offseason, besides Saquon Barkley, who else did you like that you guys did?
We signed C.J. Johnson. He was a player for actually Detroit for last year. We wasn't able to keep him that year, so he's back. I'm definitely excited about that. I'm definitely excited about Saquon Barkley. Unfortunately, I'm not happy about Hassan Reddick being traded to the Jets, but nevertheless, I believe our defense has got 100% better.
Care what it is, but we're coming for you, baby. We're coming for you.
Well, I wish y'all good luck.
I love this guy, man.
Jeremy's awesome.
He was.
He was a great, good guy to talk to. Chilling him out. He's sitting there. I think it was CeeDee Lamb was up getting a signature when Jeremy was sitting there.
Yeah, I think so. I was really surprised about this one. Like the depth of knowledge that a lot of the fans that were there at this show had about their team. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive. I agree.
You know? And just to be put on the spot and getting a microphone thrown in your face.
And they didn't mind you razzing them all too much either about the Commanders, which I thought was funny.
I had to, man. I had to do, man. I can't let an Eagles guy go like that, man. They're brutal. I'm telling you, this is probably the nicest Eagle fan I've ever met in my life.
For real. If I see him at the game, I'm going to shake his hand for sure.
I'm probably going to hug him.
Yep.
Name of where you're from?
Mike Coast from Berwick, Pennsylvania.
All right. Hey, it's just awesome. You're wearing a jersey. It just happens to be the college I graduated from, so I had to talk to you. But you're a huge Steelers fan.
Yes. Yes, I am.
So what do you think about Russell Wilson, Justin Fields? What do you guys think you're going to do?
I'm actually shocked they did that because that's not the Steeler way. They just build within the draft and then trading Pickett and signing Fields. Shocked me and my friends. Totally shocked.
Yeah, were you a huge Pickett fan?
No.
No?
I didn't think he was the guy, to be honest. So no.
So you're okay with that trade?
I'm fine with that.
All right, all the changes that happened so far, what do you think the Steelers are going to do this year?
They better make the playoffs. With all the acquisitions they've made, they have to. If not, then it's a disappointing season.
Yeah. Any favorite move that they made?
I like the Justin Fields move and the Russell Wilson move, paying him $1.2 million for.
Hold a second. Did he say that was not the Steeler way and he didn't like him?
Yeah, no, I was a little confused by that because at first well, I mean, I think he was probably shocked it wasn't the Steelers' way, but then when he probably looked at it a little bit more, he's like, but I kind of like the move.
I still like what he's saying. If the Steelers don't get to playoffs this year with Wilson and Fields in at QB, then something's wrong.
No, I mean, you have a valid point. He has a valid point there. I mean, because you go out and you do all of that, you better make a splash, right? You better show up.
Yeah.
And I really think it's Russell Wilson's last shot. I mean,
for sure. He doesn't do anything this year. He's out. Like
when you leave Denver the way that he left Denver, where Sean Payton basically said, I'd rather assume over $80 million over the next 2 years of dead cap space rather than have you around. And you go and you get another opportunity like in Pittsburgh and it doesn't pan out there, I think you're done.
I wonder how Peyton sold that to the owner. I wonder what that conversation in the room is.
Oh my
Sir,
God.
I have a proposition for you. I think we can lose $80 million and come out better than we are right now.
Yeah, and then you ask Sean Payton, well, who's going to be your quarterback? And he just kind of looks at you and just starts blinking.
I think it's a great pickup for the Steelers. I'm in total agreement here with him. Both of them are a very good pickup for the team. And if, Fields is going to get the benefit underneath of a Wilson, at least for a year. So that'll be good for him as well. And he was already looking way too sharp at the end of the season last year. The Lions had all they could do to contain him and hold him in.
No, I think you're absolutely right. And I think it did shock me because if you remember way back to some of the first videos that we did when we started this channel, I didn't think Russell Wilson was going there.
Yeah.
And I kind of agree with him. It's just not the Steelers' way.
Yeah.
But now that they've done it, I agree with him. You better make the playoffs.
I mean, their last Super Bowl was Roethlisberger, right? First round draft pick took them all the way with Roth and Bettis, right? So, yeah, he's totally on point. Him and his friends. Shut up, Pittsburgh.
Playing for them, and Denver's paying them, what, $38 million?
What are they taking the draft? First round.
Offensive line. Have to.
Going offensive line, first in the draft. Okay, you heard it here. What's your name and where you're from?
I'm David. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina.
You're from North Carolina, but you're a Cardinals fan.
Chargers fan.
Oh, Chargers fan. All right, so Chargers. Okay, sorry about that. So what are you guys going to do with your Chargers pick in the NFL draft?
Pick number 5, we're probably going to trade back with Minnesota because Minnesota needs a quarterback and we need depth pieces. So
you don't think they might trade up to number 4 and try to leapfrog you?
Nah, Arizona needs a receiver. They're taking Marvin Harrison.
You're taking Marvin Harrison? Yeah. So you guys are going to trade back with them. What does that put you back in the draft? Where is that going to put you at?
11 and 23.
11 and 20. So you think you're going to...
So I'm going to interrupt there because I think that would be a great place for the Chargers to trade back at their number 5 position for all the reasons he just said, because it would give them more depth options.
Pretty good analysis.
It's good analysis, but
we weren't even drunk.
But here's where I disagree, because it does leave an option for leapfrog, like I said, because even though Arizona is in front of them and would want a wide receiver, this is a deep wide receiver class.
Yeah.
And I think the phones are going to be ringing off the hook for Arizona. We mentioned that before in another video.
Yeah.
So,
but I could totally see things going the way he's saying too.
But if he does fall, I think they are trading back if it does fall, right? So
it's going to be some hog swaggling.
Hog swaggling.
Yeah, both of Minnesota's first round picks.
They need a quarterback bad.
Yeah, they do need a quarterback bad. But so what do you think you're going to do with those 2 picks?
Personally, I feel like we're going to go offensive tackle because it's a heavy offensive tackle draft, and probably take a receiver at 23.
Take a receiver at 23. Any particular receiver you're thinking?
At 23, probably Brian Thomas or Adnan Mitchell out of Texas.
Good choices, good choices. Worley is going to be there too. That dude's fast.
I like Worthy. After drafting Quentin Johnson last year, I kind of just want to, for sure.
Learned your lesson?
I did. I don't know if the front office did, but I feel like, since we got a new front office staff, I feel like they learned their lesson as well.
That is so awesome. Hey, we're going to be at the NFL draft, so I'm going to remember you. Yeah, we're going to be in Detroit. We're going to be over there to see that. And so you'll be able to check that out on the channel. We'll see what happens with your guys.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
hold up a sec there, Coach Mad Mike. I like David. My best man, guitar player, is a Chargers fan, and he got me turned on to the Chargers like I got turned on to the Lions because they are the underdog. They always seem to be just below the radar of trying to do something, and they have the talent. But I pull for the Chargers, actually, unless they're playing my Lions. I think he's got a good analysis on the Chargers.
He
We'll
does.
see what happens with a new head coach and whatnot.
And all those things that we were saying, like if he does trade back, they're going to be working the phones.
I'm swaggling.
Working the
I'm
phones.
swaggling.
Working the phones.
He's great.
Let's fill it.
He's great.
Let's fill it.
He's great. I'm psyched up for the draft, if you can't tell. Well,
Please
listen,
tell me what's your name.
Our next one is Sully. Sully seemed like he's been around a few shows.
He's been
Like the
around,
staff
man.
walked around. Hello, Sully. How you doing? How you doing, Sully? He knew everyone, and it took us a while to get him on film, but we got him.
Yeah, I mean, he kept coming back. That guy looks awful proper, and I'm like walking around. I'm just like, I don't know what kind of interview he's going to get, but he gave a good interview.
Yep.
Great interview, actually.
And where are you from?
My name is Sully, and I live in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, just a little bit north of Boston.
Okay, so are you a Patriots fan? Or
I am a Patriots fan.
won a couple Super Bowls.
Won a couple of Super Bowls,
Right.
Lost a few, but hey, you win some, you lose some in
Yeah,
life.
some guy, but I forgot his name, number 12. What was his name again?
Timothy or Tomothy or something like that. Yeah. A good man, though.
Good man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you-
that's
you-
what
you know what I
Had a
find?
good-looking wife for a while there.
Very good looking. I dated her a little bit afterwards, but she's kind of boring, so, But
Had to get rid of her.
offense to her. She's a very lovely woman. But,
Yeah. You're in an interesting position in the draft. What do you think your guys are going to do?
3, right?
Yeah,
Or-
third in
so,
the draft.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's been a long time since we've had that kind of power. But no, to your question on the draft, I think the Patriots, they need a lot,
Right.
And we're in an unusual position of not being particularly competitive right now. But again, it's like anything in life where you have to be grateful for what you had. And as my grandfather used to say, that was then, this is now. So whatever transpired in the past, you enjoy the success and you reflect back on it. Like a high school winning football team might be the greatest success those guys ever have the rest of their life, but they'll always reflect on that, with such a sense of appreciation for that time.
That's deep, man. That's deep.
Yeah, it's deep. He was in his own.
He was in it, and I just love that perspective. It's like that's a fan with wisdom,
Yeah.
And we could joke about it and stuff like that they're rebuilding, doing stuff like that. But he has valid points. Like all teams go up and down a little bit.
Yep.
Right.
Well,
they all have to go through rebuilding.
For the Patriots, a long overdue. I mean, they had such a long streak, unprecedentedly long streak.
Yeah, unmatched. Definitely the greatest dynasty of all time, and it's over now. But it was like
yeah.
I think it really was.
Yeah.
I mean, 6 Super Bowl titles, and I think they went to like 8 total Super Bowls or something. It's like unreal.
Yeah, it's totally unreal.
And it might be a long time before we ever see something like that matched again.
And it's a completely new era there. There's no Belichick. There's no Brady. It's a whole new ball game. And they got the number 3 pick. So
yeah,
I think there's going to be a lot of stuff going on with that pick.
Now we made a video yesterday for your fans. You can go back and watch that. This all changes if Tom Brady comes back.
Everything could change. And they got the money to do it.
That's right. Patriots, baby.
So I don't know what the future holds for the Patriots. We need offensive help. We need defensive help. We just lost maybe the greatest special teams player in NFL history, Matt Slater.
Yep.
Certainly in Patriot history, but maybe in NFL history. A truly, truly unheralded. There's a guy that was not a top draft pick, right, who turned out to be a true superstar and a real leader in the locker room. So, and we also have a young coach.
That's right. Belichick is gone. You got a new head coach.
Bill's gone, new head coach. That is a big change. First time we've had a new head coach, since 1999 or 2000, 99, I guess.
It was great meeting you. Thank you so much.
Good to meet you. God bless. Let's have one hell of a 20. This is going to be an incredible 2024 football season.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Imagine how many star players in the last couple of years have retired or have gone to completely different teams. I mean, how did Russell Wilson go from the Seahawks to the Broncos, and now he's with the Steelers? Like, how does that happen, right?
It just seems weird.
It does seem weird, right? Coaches have retired, big-name coaches. Anyway, it's going to be a kind of a transformational year.
Hey, thank you so much for
Thank you. Yeah, I wish you guys all the best, and go Patriots.
All right.
We're sorry for our Minnesota Vikings guy that we interviewed.
I'm sorry. It's me and my fat thumbs. I'm so sorry.
I will tell you that was an amazing.
We'll get you again though.
all these interviews were like really good in their own way, and their depth of knowledge of these fans, I was very impressed.
These people were into it, man. They weren't just there for the signatures. These people knew football.
They knew football.
You know, I love it.
Oh my gosh. So there you guys have it. You know, please, if you were in those videos and you liked it, make sure you pass these videos on, like it, give it to your family members and your friends, have them subscribe to the channel too. We're going to reach out to several of you, you know. Yeah, Greg, we apologize again, but we have your contact information. That was one thing we did do, right? So we will reach out to you, and I would love to have you on the show to make it up to you. Pleasure to meet you and your girlfriend, and we will get you back on the show again here real soon. For the rest of you, please pass the video around. We were very honored to get the chance to meet you. You guys are an amazing fan group. You know, thank you for subscribing and supporting our channel. We love you guys, man, and we are going to continue to do that. Know that Ray and I are going to be at the NFL draft. We're going to be at the Commanders draft party. So we have so much more, and we're constantly brainstorming ideas to get more stuff to you and just to kind of build our fan base.
So with that note, let's take her on out. Coach Pat, on out.